Alisha here, and in this video I am going to be sharing with you 5 ways that you can awaken others or assist others without depleting yourself and in a way that actually creates the most for them. So this video is for you if you ever find yourself feeling like you know how you can help someone, you know something that they could do that would make a significant shift in their life, but you feel powerless to help them. Or maybe you feel really frustrated because maybe with your partner you're like, oh, if only they would just see what I see or understand things the way I understand things, then everything would be okay. So you feel either powerless or frustrated and feeling like you can't really make a difference, and you're like nagging people or trying to explain from the mind how you think that they can start making a shift in their life, but you're just getting nowhere. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you ways that you can actually awaken others without doing any of that, and in a way that doesn't make you feel powerless or frustrated or drained or depleted, and actually creates the most for them. So the first thing that you can do to help awaken someone is to embody it yourself. So whatever you want them to do, whatever you think is actually going to assist them the most, start embodying that yourself first, because everyone and everything that happens in your life is actually a mirror reflection of you. So if there's something that somebody is doing that's triggering you in some way, bringing up some sort of feelings of powerlessness or frustration, there's some sort of energy that you're holding on to that's creating this. So if you embody it yourself, then you can actually be an invitation for them as well. So for example, if you feel like maybe someone in your life is struggling with money and you really want to assist them, well, if you start making the shifts in your life that are going to create the most for you, that will invite them to do the same thing. So if you think that what's going to help them is if they start investing in themselves more, being grateful for the things that they already have, really allowing money to flow, so buying things for themselves, really giving and receiving, softening more to allow themselves to receive, whatever you think it is, embody it yourself first, and that will be an invitation for them. And this honestly works way better than ever telling someone what to do. That really never works, because nobody wants to be told what to do. We all have an ego, and the ego doesn't want to hear that. And a good example of this is, let's say you're driving a car and your partner is in the passenger seat with you, and they feel like you're driving unsafe. And let's say they try to nag you about the way that you're driving. Well, you probably won't want to make a change in the way that you're driving. But if you can actually sense that they are scared, that's when you would actually make a shift in your behavior, because you can feel them. So what you say doesn't actually make that big of a difference in someone else's life if you're trying to awaken them or trying to assist them. But your energy makes a huge difference, and having them understand how you feel. So embodying it yourself is the first thing you can do to help awaken someone. And it's really important to note that you can't want something more for someone than they want for themselves, because that is really what's going to create the most for them in the first place, is them wanting more for themselves and knowing that more is available for them. You can want it for them as much as you want, but if they don't want it, if they don't believe they can have it, then it's not really going to make a difference. So embodying it yourself is an invitation for them, so that they can realize that, you know what, this is really painful, I don't want to live this way anymore, and then they can start to make a shift. And the second thing you can do to start awakening someone else is to move through the emotions and the triggers that it brings up for you, because you are a co-creator of everything in your life. So you are somehow creating whatever you're seeing in this other person that's maybe making you feel powerless or frustrated or angry or sad or hopeless. Whatever emotions it brings up for you to see someone else in pain or in lack, move through those emotions yourself. Bring awareness to them, breathe through them, allow them to be there. And that creates a shift for not only you, but for them and everyone on the planet. And it may seem like, how is that even possible? And that's why I actually filmed a separate video about how our bodies transmute emotions and how we're able to shift the energy of the whole planet all on our own. And so I will put a link to that video in the description. So the third thing that you can do to help awaken another person is to let them have their pain. This is so important because pain is a great awakener. It is what awakened me. It's what awakens almost everyone that I know. It's not like it has to be a painful experience for you to awaken and to remember who you are, but that's what makes someone want to make an actual shift in their life, is when when life makes them so uncomfortable that they're like, I don't want to live this way anymore, and they start to surrender to their emotions and to their pain. So as much as you may care about this person that you want to help and you don't want to see them in pain, it is crucial for you to let them have their pain and not try to take it away from them. And the fourth thing that you can do is to stop seeing this person as small and incapable and start seeing them as whole and complete. Because you may think that you know exactly what this person needs or what they can start doing differently, or a different mindset they could have that could start creating more for them. And so you might think that you're fully resourced and they are not. They don't have this knowledge. They don't have what you have. So therefore you're seeing them as small and incapable, and as if you have more than them and you're sourced and they're not sourced. But they are just as fully resourced as you were, and they can be guided just like you were. And so it's super important to see them as whole and complete. And this is exactly why placebos work. It has to do with the relationship between the patient and the doctor. It's that the doctor on some level knows that this person is whole and complete and they have everything they need to heal. They're not seeing them as small and incapable and, oh wait, there's no way that they'll ever heal, so I need to give them this medication or this surgery. They really do believe on some level that there is something more for them, that they have everything they need within them, and that invitation is what invites them into something more, and which is why placebos work so well. And the fifth and final thing that you can do to help awaken another person is to express how you feel authentically in the present moment. So that does not mean that you nag this person, you tell them exactly what they're doing wrong and this is what you should be doing. Nobody wants to hear that. It's just gonna hurt our ego, and like it's not going to resonate or make someone want to actually listen to you. So sharing how you feel is super important. It's like that example that I shared earlier about the car. If someone's nagging you, you're not going to want to make a shift, but if you can feel that you're affecting someone, then it affects you energetically when you can feel. So if you try to explain something to another person from the mind and get them to understand you, it is not going to make a significant difference. What's going to make the biggest difference is if they can feel you. And then they'll be able to see that what they're doing is actually affecting other people as well, maybe. And this particular tip that I'm giving you works really well if it's with a partner. So you may think, if only my partner would just understand what I understand, then everything would be okay. So you try to explain to them, but you're seeing no shift. Well, how about instead you tell them in the moment, in the present moment, so you're not holding resentment later. You tell them authentically how you feel. So you can word that as, when this happened, it made me feel like this. So you're not putting blame on anyone, and you're really expressing how you feel. And if they care about you, they will probably soften and then they'll actually be able to look within and see what's really happening there. So if you have any questions about these 5 tips, then you can leave a comment below and I will get back to you. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, then give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.